Hi guys and welcome back. Chuck's here. I've got a couple of these Dell server power supplies, a multitude of them, and they've all got these pins on the back and your outputs here. Now normally most of them have a fan, these ones don't. But they've rated it like an incredible, for a 12 volt pack, 54.4 amps. Now I don't know whether that's true or not, but I've got multiples of them. Now I decided to see if sorry about that noise, that was just some of my stuff falling off a bench. Of course, yeah. Anyway, alright, so like we've got this, plus 5 minutes cool down. Not 100% sure what that means. If anyone knows, please tell me. But here we have 32 volts out on the 5 volt line and 27 amps on the other line. Now, I couldn't work out, it wasn't bringing out the voltages for some reason on this pack. Plus, I had another one of these matrices on the left hand side, which I wasn't 100% sure how that worked. So I did a bit of pinouting, and I found that, and if you want to take this drawing down, you can, for you guys that want to use it. All the number 4 on the matrix on A, B, C and D are all earths, and I thought, well, I'd seen someone else hook up A1, so I thought I'd try A1 with a switch. Originally, remember, I didn't get any voltages. I am getting voltages now, even without the switch now. I don't know what happened. Might have shorted something. Not 100% sure, but I don't think I have. And I put a 500k pot over here. These are the voltages I end up getting, but we'll go through it and I'll show it to you. So I'm going to switch it on at the front. And you can hear the fan coming up. I can just the fan with this little pot. We'll try and keep it at a low rate. It is actually almost heading towards 39 degrees in Australia at the moment. And yes, I'm down my shed. So, let's go to the left here. Now, you may be able to get both at the same time, you may not, but that circuit diagram will show it. So at the moment I have it hooked off to an earth. So the first two are earths. The next one is your 5 volt line. The next one is another 5 volt line. So I'd say these two 5 volt lines are putting around 16 amps out each, just for my understanding. The next two lines down here are earths. And then we come across, we should be coming across the 12 volts. So, double checking that, yes, it's the 12 volt line. The next one is another 12 volt line. And the next one is another 12 volt line. Now what it puts out on the 12 volt side of things is only 27 amps. So you've got to understand that you've got to divide that 27 amps between the three. So what's that? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's say 7 amps each one. Probably more than 7 amps. Definitely. So let's go probably 8 to 9 amps for each one. That's only a guess. I haven't got the calculator on me. Anyway, that is how this power supply works. I'll switch it off now. So, if this works for this one, will it work for the other one? Not 100% sure. But, I could switch it on and see if it has any power coming through to it straight away. And we can do that. We'll have a quick look and switch it over. And plug our power supply in once, but first what you want to do to double check these things is switch your multimeter onto conductivity. Check that you've got the beep noise coming out. Check, use your earth on the outside and look for the earth rail. Guess what? That one's an earth. Well, I thought it was an earth. That next one's not. So that they're different. This one's different. Totally different type of setup. So that whole row there is earth. There's a lot of earths on this one. So in this case, what's that? That is row 4. Row 4 in this case is actually all earth on this device. So it's totally different pinout. So row 3 is the same. Row 2 is not earth and would be for something else. And we go to row A1 and it has like a diode size resistance on it. But above it is an earth again. So you've got to be a bit careful with the smaller power supplies. So having a guess that this works similar, we're going to take our switch. We're not taking our fan because there's no fan input on this thing. And I don't know how the hell this thing actually cools itself down. Actually, I do know. There was a fan sitting in the front, so you may need to put a fan in front of this device to get it to go. So that's just a tip from me. Pin 1 on this case is being pushed in a little bit. I'll switch that off. I'll plug it in. See what we get. We have a green light. Now I'm going to check, and hopefully, I didn't really check if any of these are shorted. So pin 1 is earth in this case, as it was with the other one. Now this one's only got 12 volt, 54.4 amps. So let's have a look at this one. Nothing. 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 There's absolutely nothing on this one, right? So if I switch this switch on, what will happen? Once I hook it up properly, again, it doesn't matter which one you go on that 4th row, as long as you've got the 4th row hooked up, you should be able to switch it on and it should read something. And I'm still getting nothing. Okay, so that wasn't what I was thinking it was going to happen. I'll work on this second one and I'll get back to you. There must be something simple happening with this small power supply. It's not getting the voltages that I'd think that you would be getting out of it. Nothing at all at the moment. But I've debunked our first Dell model, and that is the Dell DPS, or Dell's Power Supply 488AB. Now there is also a HP model of this. So if you look up that model, you will find that there is a HP and another model, both with different numbers, but both connected to this. Now there's not much on the internet on this power supply. So I think I've debunked one power supply for the day. What do you guys think? Are you going to go and use one of these for some of your projects? Get back to me, leave me a comment. Oh, and please subscribe and ring that bell.